In action. You ready though? We live? Is we live? Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of the Man to Man podcast. I'm your host, Steve Jones. This is season 26, and I'm back better than ever with my co-host, Mr. 19 Key.
What's
Peace
happening
to the
with you,
guy.
man? Good to
Peace
see
to
you.
the.
Why your hat backwards, man? You know we don't
Hold
do
on.
that,
First
bro.
of all,
We don't do
first
that.
of all, I
We don't
did
do
this
that,
on
bro.
purpose because I wanted to take my time when I let people see these stars and crescents when I twist it around. You feel what I'm saying?
We don't start off backwards. You know what I'm saying? We move forward.
Nah, because I need people who behind me to catch up, so they need to see it too.
Ain't nobody behind you but bushes.
Man,
And we don't
somebody
mess with
looking.
George.
There's somebody looking, but nah.
There we
Anyway,
go. There
I'm
we
gonna keep it
go.
gangster though. All
Come on, man. The PA
right,
and the people behind
editor.
the scenes is talking. What's going on?
Dang, I know how to read sign language. But
Uh,
anyway, nah. But peace to the guys, man. How y'all doing today?
peace to the God, man. God body. It's on knowledge time, man. Listen, today's episode is sponsored by Supermind Coffee. This is our new prototype coffee. Just came out with. It's sold out and went platinum at InvestFest. We put it out there. The people bought it all up. So right now we're gonna have this available for pre-order very soon. This is the high level coffee. So for all our high levelers out there, for everybody that's part of the high level club, make sure you get some of this if you want to have some of them high level conversations and be focused and energized. I take this before I work out. That's the secret.
Yeah. Man, we got a lot to catch up on, man. A lot of people, I ain't been there in a while because it was Leo season and we celebrate our birthday the whole
Yeah.
season, man, like every day till it's over. But it's Virgo season now, so it's back to the regular scheduled program.
All right. Well,
But
let's get
but
into it.
hold
What's the
on,
first
let's
topic?
get into it. I got the first topic. Over this past weekend we had Invest Fest,
Yeah.
which was a success. I got a chance to first off, let me shout out all the people who tapped in with me because of the Man to Man podcast. Y'all made me feel very appreciated this weekend. I didn't realize the value of how much value that we give to people until I went to InvestFest this weekend. A lot of young brothers and sisters was walking up to me and letting me know like they really rock with the show. They
They
say
said
you're
they
not
look up to
funny.
you.
No, they say you're not
They
funny.
said they look up
I
to
knew you
you.
was finna say
They said they
something
look up to you.
crazy. They say you're not
I
funny.
know you lied if you said they look up to you.
Nah, but for real though, like I got a chance to feel that impact, and
Yeah.
it was crazy is I had lost my phone or whatnot, so I actually that whole entire weekend I told myself forget the phone, I'm gonna actually just you know what I'm saying, live in the moment. So
Uh
I
huh.
had a chance to like real life pay attention to every single thing that was going on, and I was proud to see like all these black people in one building with no drama and everybody trying to come and get financial literacy. But
Mm.
can you tell me? I ain't get a chance to see you on stage, man. Can you tell me how the speech went?
Well, first of all, thank Rashad, Troy, MG, Mike, the whole team over there at InvestFest, Ashley putting it together,
Yeah, shout out to Ashley,
AB behind the
AB.
scenes coordinating everything. It's always good to work with Team EYL with InvestFest. Been doing this for 4 years now, so very much a part of that whole establishment. With EYL and the culture of InvestFest. Right now, it felt like this year was special because I felt like the quality of people was higher.
Yeah.
I think your phone
Oh, my
doing
bad.
some
My
stuff.
bad. My bad.
So this year, we wanted to make a statement. When I step out there in all my regalness, you feel me? This year was a theme. It was about cosmic. It was about the cosmic self and the cosmic shift. So specifically, every year, or if I'm speaking, it's gonna be the best, right? And it's because I come from a different place. It's not performative. You know what I mean? It's pure passion. And that's why the people feel it. I don't write a speech, right? I don't practice a speech. I let Allah tell me what to say and I obey. This year I decided to share the stage. I could have
Yeah.
went up there by myself, but
Yeah.
part of the presentation is demonstration. So I brought my good brother Yaki Awaken and Billy Carson. And I think it was perfect,
Yeah.
right? I mean, perfect. I don't think it could have went any better because we talked about so many topics from health, the cosmic shift, solar cycle 25. We talked about, the how to give birth to a god, right? The
Yeah.
bloodline, the science of mating. We talked about prosumership, producing what we consume, right? We talked about the $50,000 grant that we're going to be doing with making a brand and why it's important for us to manufacture and produce what we know and what we consume and properly utilizing our influence. We talked about Yaki starting his hospital, coming from somebody from the street, right? Self-educating to become a doctor, to healing thousands of people. Billy Carson doing it his independent way, having a media company that grosses millions of dollars, right? And I think it was very key and very important, all the dynamics of things that we spoke about. And we charged the people to say that I command you to be at your highest self, right? Be at your 100% self, right? And that was something. And as you see a lot of the clips, they're going viral right now because the energy is going viral.
I seen one of your clips going viral, and you saying people too fat. These guys too fat, man. I gotta get fit, man. What I forgot what you said verbatim. Can you repeat it? Can you double down on it?
Well, I ain't no machine, man. You want to repeat it, you gotta go on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
He's scared to repeat it, John.
Scared to
He
repeat.
ain't mean it.
No. Listen, I said you got one of them. In the moment, I wasn't gonna say Rolex because I got a Rolex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what came to my mind was AP and a Tesla because I've been, it's Atlanta. I've seen so many Tesla trucks in Atlanta, right? But the point was, you know, a lot of people we start judging ourselves about these exterior things, and it's been unfortunate. Like, there's been this influencer pandemic of people lifestyle branding. You feel me? But not a healthy lifestyle. And I was basically saying, like, yeah, you got money, but if somebody slapped you, you couldn't do nothing. Now everybody talking about, well, I got 6 pounds of pressure, I can squeeze a trigger. That's stupid to even say. You first of all,
they went extreme.
It's about health, number one. It's about our community, especially black men, being the worst in health categories. So I don't care about your gun. The gun ain't gonna make you healthy, and it ain't gonna give you the confidence, right? It ain't gonna give you that boost in testosterone, right? It ain't gonna make you properly balanced within yourself so that you can have longevity for you and your children. You know what I mean? It's disrespectful for you to be fat to your family. Disrespectful to you be obese to your family. I understand we're going through traumas, and I respect the fact that we're going through deep healing right now. And some of us use food as a coping mechanism for the healing. And whether you fat or whether you skinny, right? And it doesn't mean because you're not one of these things that you are healthy. So it also us having a deeper look as well, saying like, all right, what are our habits as a culture? And so when I look at it, when we look at the Olympics, that should be us 365. Like Shaka Zulu type. You feel me? Like, we got to be on our warrior vibes with everything that we do. We should be the prime specimens on this planet. When they came over to Africa and a lot of the colonizers, the Europeans seen them black bodies, they was in awe, right? Chiseled black bodies. I'm talking about fecundity of the mind and the body. We were fertile. Right now, man, it's sad out here. Lean bodies, X bodies, these pill bodies.
They even got the people going to battle fake muscles though, too though. So they can look like a Shaka Zulu.
No, you can't buy fake muscles now. Like, they putting that oil in the muscles like they do over there in India and stuff. You know what I mean?
Nah,
but was that message. I stand behind 100%. You know, and I definitely use triggering language because it got to be some friction for us to interact. But I stand behind the message, and I say, if you fat, fast.
Now on a good note though, I seen a lot of black men at Invest Fest this year, which showing me that it is a shift in our culture, and people ain't just coming outside for entertainment no more. People coming right trying to get the knowledge and create their generational wealth. And for the last few weeks, I've been hanging out in St. Louis, and I got a chance to see, again, go back to the impact of the man-to-man episodes. I had a friend that was hooked on drugs, you know what I'm saying, came home, and this was his first time seeing me, you know what I'm saying, since he been home. And I inspired him, on the last episode when y'all seen me, I was telling y'all that I was telling my friend to write this book. And when he seen me in the flesh, he pulled up on me and showed me that he wrote his book. He getting his book going. And we about to put that out. But it just showed me like how much impact. I got a chance to feel the impact, bro. And I'm straight inspired by that. And it made me want to like really take this up to another notch. Take this, you know what I'm saying, the man podcast. And that's just me being real.
Now they need to see you go even another level.
Yeah.
Your health journey got to be on another level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your author journey got to be, because there's a lot of people that gravitate towards you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too tall for some people. You know what I'm saying? So they need somebody like up to their size they can see eye to eye with. You feel me? So for the younger generation, those are the people that you gonna inspire the most.
Man, the younger generations.
No, the streets, though, for real, though, the streets.
Man.
It's real. I joke, but I'm serious. But the streets, man. Like, of course, I know who you're talking about, and it's somebody we grew up with that has dealt with a lot of trauma and a lot of pain. My heart goes out to bro and his family, and prayers to him and his family for all the things that, you know, he faced and he dealt with. I think the impact, like, how many brothers in him met over this weekend now saying, I was listening to you last 4 years, I was incarcerated. Like, you got me through it. There was a lot of people that say, yo, I got my business plan. I started my business because of you. I started working out. I got my mind right. I'm on this shift. I'm on this different protocol. I wrote a book or whatever it may be. And, like, you're right. Like, being able to go out amongst the people and collect those testimonials.
Yeah,
that's
it hit
100%.
different in person, bro.
And we be outside. That's why I tell people, don't play with me on the internet, because we be outside. So when you got to run into people, right, that be on the internet, man, and then you see outside.
You got security.
Nah, that security was just for aesthetics. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about we be outside.
I was bigger. I was bigger than. Look, I was bigger than my security. Shout out to the security, dog. You feel me?
That's why he was talking about.
If something happened, I'm gonna tell. Something happened, I tell security get behind me. You know what I'm saying? I got this.
And all the security to about, I need you to stand 10 feet on the side.
Yeah,
he doing it. Back.
He doing his job.
I said, man, try that on a brother with a GED.
No, he did his job. You stepped back though, didn't you?
You stand 10 feet back. I don't even got the measuring to know it's 10 feet. But no, I need you to let's talk about the art of empowerment, man. Because what I noticed this weekend, bro, a lot of people was missing that empowerment and that inspiration in their life, and they gravitated toward the brand for that. You know what I'm saying? They say we reminded them that they was gods, bro. I got so many testimonials just working at the booth, bro. People coming up doing interviews with me, and I'm straight still in awe about that, you know. So what you think go into what are the principles that goes into empowerment?
I always look at it, my funnel, right, is motivation. You got to motivate people.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we motivate, we don't always represent what we're using. It's giving people a motive and an action. You know what I mean? And speaking life into them, affirmations, which creates this positive environment, this effect that I believe I can do it, right? Most people need a motive. They need to get themselves going. So giving them a reason to be in motion, right? Some of the most motivational speakers is like E.T. You feel me? When you hear your adrenaline pumps and you're ready to get going. The science of the body is that, like, when you enter an environment and you see somebody else supercharged, you feel me? You want to feel that way, so your body mimics it. You feel me? So when you mimicking it, then you start to become it a little bit, and then you start to crave more of that. And then when we talking about past motivation, is inspiration. So you showing the people what you do, you inspiring them. We live in very times of despair, and any time of despair, inspire, right? So when you look outside in this anxiety and people can't see a future, inspire. Look at KAMALA. Her team decided to go a route where they're going to go the opposite of Donald Trump. They paint him as the picture of despair, and they're painting her as the picture of the way forward, right? Joy. So they repeat joy, 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 over and over and over. So there's word association, right? That's the marketing power that they're applying. They raise hundreds of millions of dollars to get some of the smartest people on the planet to push this campaign. You got to push you a campaign when it comes to people, because we get negative associations, negative words, negative environments, and you have to combat that to when they hop into your world, everything associated with you is what they want to become, is what they want to see. You know what I mean? So we gods, we moving, we working out, we showing them. That's all inspiration. You putting life and breath into them. You feel me? And they ready to go. And then the third is education. I'm going to teach you how I did it, right? This is what I do. I use the cordyceps, right? The cordyceps activate that CD34. That is activating that inflammation. When I get that muscle soreness, is going to heal me faster. It's going to help activate that high intensity. You know what I mean? I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm teaching you how to go into the gym. I say fast. You feel me? If you fast, that means take you 30 days of fasting, eating you raw foods, cutting off the sugars, cutting off all the things that stay around your gut, that visceral fat that start to build up. You feel me? Like we gonna start educating you on the foods, on the way to eat, how to move, how to think, how to be confident, how to speak, how to articulate yourself. So when you educating people, you giving them the value. You empowering them so they can then go do what? For self. And then, you know, past education, that's when it goes into like mentorship and consultation where you can one-on-one and you can give them instruction. And then after that is automation. Everything should be flowing after that. But, you know, I think the best the best empowerment is through affirmation and education at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I like how you say, like, you got to be that light in the environment.
For sure.
Bro, I told you, I spent a few weeks in St. Louis, bro, and I got a chance to go tap back in with my roots. And a lot of people, you know, been tuned in to the journey since I've been home from, you know what I'm saying, after being incarcerated for so long. And funny but not, I ran into one of my like arch enemies when I was out there. And I felt like leading up to that, before we ran into each other, whatnot, I always had it in my mind, like, if we ever see each other, it's like that. It's on sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, for real, it get rough. But nah, look, what's crazy
your
is
story. I'm gonna let you tell it.
listen though. And then what's crazy is this is somebody that's real close to me. It's actually a family member, but we was like both in the streets at each other, like trying to harm each other. Like, you know, it was that type of crazy. And I get a knock on the door to where I was staying at, and it's one of my other cousins. But he got my arch enemy in the car with him when they pull up. So when I walk up to the car, I walk on the passenger side, I run right into my arch enemy. This is my first time seeing him in 6 years. And he was like, bro, I ain't seen you in 6 years, bro. I just not coming home. I seen my daughter for the first time. And she just changed my heart, bro. Like, I don't got no problem with you, Steve. You know, like, I just wanted to give me some money and stay out the way, man. I've been seeing, everybody been telling me that you've been doing good. You know what I'm saying? So it just reminded me that my light and the work that I've been doing for Allah out here, you know what I'm saying? It do affect people in a different way, you know, because shit, I ain't think that conversation we ever gonna go like that. You know, to be honest with you, but I'm glad that I did get to see him and have that conversation with him, because you know it's you know, our mind will play tricks on us, you know, for real.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. I think that just goes into it. This is why, like, you know, over the course of when we was out there, so many people was asking me questions about my past, and everybody always want to get to know more. And I always tell people, like, there's way more to my story than I don't even never tell the worst and the darkest parts. You know what I mean? And there's stuff that I could say that people will be like, wow, I didn't know that. You know, maybe one day in a book or whatever.
Man,
But it's just,
you got to tell the story when you know, when we used to just take your ping pads and just make you call in the house. You got to put that in the book, bro. Like,
when was the last time? When was the first time you had a bean pie?
this weekend.
All right then. So you just
I'm
lied.
saying we used
Look
to take
at this cap.
No,
You ain't even think. You didn't
say
even
when
think.
I last time
you didn't even
you say
think.
it was the first
You
time I
didn't
ate
even
one.
think.
No, this
you
one,
didn't
because
even
I'm finna
think.
break it down.
Nope. Ain't no
I'm
breaking
gonna break
it
it
down.
down. We used to
You
take
didn't
your
think.
bean pies and
You
smash
didn't
them in
think.
your face.
See, now he
Till you
making up even more
get
stuff.
your ass in the house.
Imagine you reaching my face at that time. That don't even make no sense. Nothing in your story is
I used to
adding
try
up.
to come on the block,
You losing
Solomon.
all your credibility
He
at
come
this
out with
point.
the beans, my brother.
You couldn't even make
We used to
it.
take his pie.
You couldn't even make it to my block. You know what I'm saying? We live 3 blocks over. You could only stay in a 1 block radius. Everybody know that. Everybody, if you want to see Steve, you got to
He
go
had
to
on the
his
bow
block.
tie and everything.
You know what I mean?
It's 95 degrees. He got his bow tie, and then, man, go in the house, kid. But no, I'm for real though. No, you ain't never had no bean pie. But I did try bean pie for the first time
The carrot pies
over
and the
this
bean
weekend. I
pies.
ain't gonna even count.
I'm
It
trying
was
to
hidden.
change. All right,
It
so
was hidden.
all right. Let's get into Kamala real quick.
Well, I didn't get to see the DNC. I was working.
Well, this ain't about the DNC. This is about the CNN interview she just had.
Mm.
They asked her some interesting questions. Now, first, we're not done off this fat thing yet. This is a big subject, right?
Yeah.
and really big. And some of you all, you need to stop eating so much. You need to cut off your Uber Eats account for a while, right? And you gonna die if you don't go on a diet. And it's not funny, and I'm
Mm.
very serious. You know, and what I do see though is when Kamala wins, this is my prediction. I think some of you all go get a little bigger. Cause you gonna get a little confident, you'll get a little cocky. You know what I mean? You gonna be like women in the office, we running things, woo, 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 woo. You feel me? And then all of a sudden, you gonna think that you don't now have to build yourself up for the male gaze. You know, Kamala, she got dug. Nobody wants a Doug. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? So you're not picking her for her taste. But what I see what's going on is because Doug look like he need to work out, right? But what I see, what I think, and those are my predictions, right? I think that this can send a lot of women to, get a little cocky and stop, building themselves up and getting healthier for the male gaze. You feel me? You don't get cocky when this situation happens. If she was to win, I don't want to see y'all start getting bigger and eating more. Talking about y'all run the world and y'all can do whatever y'all want to, and stuff start changing. Because if Kamala was to win, there's going to be a psychological shift that happens on this planet. You feel me?
Yeah.
If there's a woman in charge, you know this. All this matriarch talk, things of that nature, it's going to be a shift. I want y'all to realize that I don't care what happens in that White House. If it ain't about black family, it ain't about nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me? If you're not getting better, looking better, eating healthier, becoming better wives and better sisters and better feminine matriarchs within the community, you feel me? None of that stuff matters. This is why I'm heavy on the brothers to get themselves together. I'm heavy on the sisters to get themselves together. And I just don't want you to get too comfortable because she in the White House. It ain't we in the White House, it's she in the White
So
House.
when you keep saying that she in the White House, right? Is it safe to say that you feel like now she got a high chance of winning this election?
Yeah, I will say she has a chance to win. Now, anything can happen within these days. I don't think she interviews well. I think it's a lot of double talk. It's a lot of dodging,
Yeah.
right? I don't think it showcased the best of what we want to see in a female president. Not when I think of like some of the most articulate women that I know,
Yeah.
right? A lot of the women that are lobbying for her, I think, are very qualified and really good communicators on ideas. And I just don't think that she is the favorite when I see that. So I see why she stays away from interviews.
Yeah.
They asked her if she was black, and I guess she said that basically she doesn't even want to dignify that question with an answer. But a lot of people did not like that response. A lot of people saying that no, you should have just said I'm black. That's that. Leave me alone. Let's move forward. A lot of people feel like she dodged that and didn't give a definitive answer that we want to see. But when it came to the question about Zionists, and whether she supported Israel, she unequivocally took that one and said, absolutely. She said, I believe they had the right to defend themselves, and she's going to be unapologetic, and there's going to be no policy change whatsoever. Like she stood her ground on that 1,000%. So this
Mm.
whole, and that's not something that is a favorable thing to the American people. So the only reason you would have to do that, of course, her husband is Jewish. You feel me? So we know that those
Yeah.
alliances go, and she's a Zionist. Of course, we know that that's what it is. So I think that when you look at it, and let's just be honest, like all her and Trump are right. All of them are, because they have all of that power, and they show us how to do politics the right way. The right way is to be the god of politics, right? But right now, politics is God over us. Now, some insider stuff, I heard that she has a very black cabinet, or not cabinet, but team of people that surround her. Now, if this is correct, they're saying that, certain things won't be spoken about, but the people around her are going to be the ones that's pushing things through for us. Now, this would be interesting to see if it actually came to fruition. What I tell people is get prepared for a shift, because regardless of what happens, things are going to change. And what you want to do is prepare for both scenarios. You prepare for a Trump presidency and you prepare for a Kamala presidency,
Yeah.
so that you can take advantage of regardless of what happens, right? I think that there's going to be a precedent set, But regardless of that, we're going into solar cycle 25 next year, where it's going to be more energy from the sun pushing at us melanated people, and that's the time for us to shine on the cosmic level. So I want us to zoom out, think beyond local elections, and by local I mean Earth elections, right? The universe is electing us for this cosmic time, for us to get out of ego and for us to operate within our divine selves. It's for us to govern ourselves at a higher level, for us to vote for ourselves, for us to be unafraid and unapologetic in how we go about things. If we do things the same way that we've been doing them with the same fears, and we lack the courage to make that shift, then we choosing slavery. If we choose fear going forward, we will lose. Do what you hate, and we will get a better reality.
Got another topic, right? And it's been real trendy, man. There's been a lot of immigrant news going on, you know. And in California, there was just a Assembly Bill 1840 that has sparked a lot of controversy because it allows immigrants, regardless of their legal status, to qualify for home purchase assistance. And critics argue that this could prioritize immigrants over U.S. citizens for government-funded programs. And the bill has only been passed in California, but it's some lawmakers that's urging the governor to veto it. And I do kind of agree with them because I live out here in LA, and it's homeless people everywhere, bro. Everywhere you go, you can have a high-end brand business storefront, and homeless people can put up a tent by law, and you can't even move them from in front of your business, you know. So it's kind of crazy that, you know what I'm saying, they passing these bills and giving out this funding, and they won't even do it for their own citizens, bro.
Yeah, the immigrant thing, I think this was 4 years ago when I first spoke about this.
Yeah.
Because I seen the shift coming in. So what happened is they was talking about how black voters had too much power.
Yeah.
Right? After the Joe Biden election, because black people was getting cocky with it. We not voting for you, gonna do it. They ain't like that. Right? I don't care whether it's Democrat or Republican, they don't like when black people talk to them with power and authority.
Yeah.
They don't like for us to have that much influence. They don't like the fact that black women say we voted you in. Right? They don't like that at all. So what they starting to do is, at that time, they started to let all the migrants in. Remember, they was against Trump's border wall and all of that. They so-called. Trump was like, I'm going to keep all the migrants out. We're going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall. And they try to make that seem like everybody was disgusted with this policy, only for Joe Biden to adopt the same thing and try to build the wall. And then it failed, and they ended up having to scrap the project. So during that time, though, what they was doing is letting on the immigrants in so that they can patent the numbers, because their numbers are dwindling and they need to keep that in. So what they did is they brought them in, they give them the welfare, they add them as citizens, give them the right to vote, so therefore they can get in office. Because if you're an immigrant, they say, who you gonna vote for, Trump or Biden? Well, they go vote for Biden at the time, right? And now Kamala, because they're saying that we believe there's more opportunity under her, right? And so they call her Border Caesar because that was her job to secure the border. Now she's saying that it was Trump that stopped when we was trying to bring in more border officers and change things over there. She said, well, your boy Trump put the card on us, and he told all his buddies, make sure it don't pass so we don't look good for it passing, and he can use it politically when it's time for him to go against Biden.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of politics going on the back end, and I think both sides are playing with the American people for power. You feel me? And right now it's disrespectful because we live in an unaffordable America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prices are going up, but the quality of things aren't. There's not more jobs, right? It's getting harder out here every single day, and things are shifting. And the American people need real policies. They need real change. So the real change is going to have to come from people, right? It's not going to come from the policies. It's not going to come from the government. It's going to come from real people that are innovators and I got that spirit.
So we shouldn't even be waiting on a grant.
You should never wait for a grant.
Yeah.
I said it on stage. Trump is not going to make you rich. Kamala is not going to make you safe, right? People are thinking Kamala is going to save them and save their bodies. People thinking Trump is going to save their wallet and their wealth or help get their wealth. In my own family, I polled the women in my family. They said they're not voting for Kamala. I said, why not? They said, well, same thing as everybody else. I think there's more economic opportunity under Trump. Why? Because they want that old thing back.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Kamala's whole thing is we're not going backwards. And the interviewer asked her, well, what about the people that want things to go back? Right? Because they want the prices the way they used to. Look at the housing prices. The housing prices has rose again. Now, there's been a 195% spike in women registered voters that's going to be voting for Kamala.
Yeah.
The thing is, you have to make sure you're getting something for your vote because 95% of black voters looks like it's going to be voting for Kamala. Again, economically, we got to make sure we're getting what we're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when we look at things like InvestFest, it's about economic independence, right? I wish she would have taken the invitation to come and speak,
Yeah.
right? Because it would have been a great opportunity for her to address Black America.
Yeah.
But again, if it's not scripted, I don't think she with it. And especially when it comes to like speaking directly to the culture, but also I believe that she's taking that Obama stamp right now saying that I already got black people. I need to convince these white folks to vote for me.
Now, speaking of, people want to get economics back to how they used to be. I've been seeing Warren Buffett sell a lot of his stocks, but what I want to talk about is I seen a new study that says Americans are spending more money on sports betting than investing into the stock market.
Talk to them.
And now that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So
well, you gotta understand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Most people they selling the people out. Let's just be honest. All right. So the way it works is this: the sporting people got a lot of money, right? Because the house always wins. So it's a profitable business. So you get somebody like Drake, you get somebody like Israel Adesanya, right? You get some of the ball players. You give them a big bag, right? 100 million, 200 million, 10 million, 50 million, right? Or you go even with some local rappers, giving them $20,000 a month.
Yeah.
And you give them an account that they can use, things of that nature that they can bet on. They can bet in front of the people, right? They go win sometime, but remember, they playing with the house's money. So now you got all of these people that they influencing to spend money. Now, when they're influencing people to bet and spend money, right, they influence an entire economy. This is basically a scam, right? Because this is just betting. So it's funny because I don't see any videos of people talking about this. People was talking about when people got into options, people got into stocks, people was talking when people got into NFTs and crypto, but this is literally gambling, right? And this is coming from the middle and upper class. The 1% are convincing these middle and lower class people to gamble. Why? Because these are the ones that's giving out ad dollars. So if you want a network, you want to get a show, I got $100 million. I need you to go start some shows. I need you to put on these networks and I need you to spread these ads around. You feel me? So what they decide to do is forget financial literacy. I need to get it back because I need to pay for my house. I need to pay for my next car. You need to pay for the next ass that your girl about to get. You know what I mean? So they don't care about the people. So they pushing financial illiteracy on the people. You know what I mean? And financial degeneracy on the people in the name of getting them a dollar. That's what they do. You feel me? And it's sad because all these people are losing money. Some people are addicted to it. Some people like really gonna be destroyed financially, but they don't care, right? Pushing gambling on our people at the same time financial literacy is rising is super counterproductive and it's a villain. So I know I'm speaking on it, and money people won't care. And like I said, that it's the ad dollars. We get liquor, we get gambling. You feel me? Like these number one ad spends over here, like they spend millions and millions of dollars just to keep the black man drinking liquor. Like 50 Cent talked about it, like the amount of money that they spend to make sure that you stay drunk and choosing their brand. So when we try to make change, we're fighting an uphill battle, right? Like not only are we fighting people that don't want to see, they want us to do it perfect the first time. Don't make no mistakes. Otherwise, they have these financial drama channels. Financial drama, it just sounds super soy boyish. You know what I'm saying? Financial gossip channels. There's all this weirdness going on. But the real issues, I'm talking about billions of dollars that are really targeting our community. Really targeted. Literally in their plans to get you gambling and to keep you drinking. To keep you on the hooked on the foods and the liquors and the degeneracy. That's the villain. That's the enemy. Like literally. These are like real devils behind what they plans. And they don't care. They just want to keep making profits and profits. And they're destroying our community. Literally. I ain't saying this with no lightheartedness. These niggas is pushing gambling on the community. You feel me?
I got like 3 cousins that's addicted to sports betting.
You know what I'm saying?
I know for sure I wasn't gonna do no
And
sports
niggas
betting
ain't winning.
because I don't even watch sports betting. I got one cousin that nigga win every week. You must know somebody who work at the FanDuel or some shit. But now what I was
Look,
gonna
you
say,
must work for them.
huh?
Look, he just pushed it. You see that he just pushed it? He got a check on the side. And he
Make
ain't
sure
let
you
me know.
bet this.
Look, he got a check on the side. He said, I'm gonna say something positive. I'm gonna
Let
slip
me
that in there. I
little
heard that
ad
little
money.
slip
It
in
ain't
and he
nothing
just put
wrong
it in
with.
there.
No, I'm just playing. But yeah, now some people just I don't know. But I never gambled though,
But
bro. That
that's an
never been my
interesting
thing.
conversation though, right? Like, all right, so and another thing is like all the top 10 podcasts that got big deals, they all white. I think it'll be interesting to see some and they got and the question becomes is why, right? And I can't speak to it in an educated way to say exactly why. One thing I can say is that there should be no reason why more of us don't are not at the top,
Yeah.
right? And again, that's our community fault. When we get shows, right? And when they get shows, there's a difference. See, white people
They
get
circulate
shows,
the dollar.
they get all black people on, the top celebrities in the world. What's that one girl with no seasoning at all that everybody's getting on her show?
um,
Drake was in the bed with her and stuff.
I know you talking about. I
Yeah.
can't think of her name though.
So she got a show and every rapper came on there. Now I have a show.
Molly or
I've had a
something.
show for 4 years. I know a
Molly,
lot of these guys.
Bobby. Yeah,
Now they went on her show with no problem, instantaneous.
yeah.
It's weird to me. You know what I mean? I be trying to get them to come on. They don't want to sit and have a conversation. But everybody for the culture. It's a very weird game. And then we be wondering why we're not getting bigger deals. We don't even support each other, but we'll go on a show like that. Now imagine if she got a big deal. It's only because we went and gave her all the influence.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's some real. When Kanye West say being a slave is a choice, it really is. Niggas choose it every single time too. You feel me? So we gotta have. We don't have like this collective dependence, and you can tell behind the scenes we vastly unorganized. I love to see you got Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman, Dan Huberman. You feel me? Like these people be rotating guests and sharing them, but
Yeah.
then all the prestigious people in those communities respect them enough to when they call out for the booking, they say yes instantly. I want to be on your show. I want to participate in growing your platform. That's intentionality amongst their racial groups and their ethnic groups and their
Yeah.
classes, and they respect that. We don't have that same level of respect for each other.
Yeah.
So salute to them for doing it the right way. You know what I mean? And shame on us until we get our shit together.
Yeah, and definitely shame on us because I've seen a lot of people complaining about InvestFest this weekend about the
Oh
prices and
man.
shit of the tickets, right? And somebody has asked the question. They was like, "Well, respectfully, if this is a show, I mean, if this is a conference that's teaching us financial literacy, why do we have to pay?" And I had to break it down to him, like, man, it's a lot that goes on behind the scene to curate something this big on a large scale. You got to pay for the venues, you got to pay for the bookings, you got to pay your team, you got to pay for travel. You know, it's a lot. And I don't feel like $300 is a lot for you to come
It
learn
ain't.
some financial literacy.
It ain't even. It's more than financial literacy. It's a movement.
Yeah,
You want to be in there for the experience. You want to be there to network. You can
yeah,
meet. You telling me meeting one person ain't worth $300? One person and doing one business deal is worth that. You know what I mean? You retain one customer for your business. You're like, let's say you got all right. You got a product you sell for $100,
yeah,
right? And you get one customer and you service them 3 times. That's your ticket back. You got a product that costs $50. You service them 6 times after you retain that customer, right? That's your ticket back, right? You got to think over time. If you got a business, a product, a service, and you can't use it, whether it's the information you learn on AI, whether
yeah,
it's the information you learn on stocks, whether it's the information you learn on trucking, right? Whether it's the information that you learn on manufacturing, whether it's the knowledge that you get that empowers you, right? Like there's a plethora of information from health data to so many different things that
yeah,
you can get that if you cannot see the value in it, that is a problem with you.
yeah.
Can
And
InvestFest get better? Yes, and it will continue to get better, but I'm gonna say this. Usually events of that size get 10 times the funding.
hmm,
10 times the
yeah,
funding. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? through the sponsors and everything. You see sponsors, but they still ain't throwing enough.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's an expensive event to throw, and so like it's only one. You go to Essence Fest, ain't nobody complaining about whether they got the value. Most of the
Yeah.
speakers that go to Essence Fest are speaking for free. They ain't paying nobody. They
Facts.
pay the
And
entertainers. They
and on
don't even be paying the
and on top of
speakers.
that, right? $300 for a 3-day event where you ain't get nothing but value
3 days is
entire day.
crazy.
And then you gotta think about it. People looking at it the wrong. I know people that spend $125 on 7 grams of weed a day. So if you can spend $100 on some marijuana to get high, you can spend three hundred
Man,
dollars to invest
I
in
know
your
you got
in your mind.
$300 because it went to
You
them
feel me?
thighs.
To the what?
Them thighs.
What that?
That's $300 in them legs right there. All that food you've been eating. You know what I'm saying? You need to close that. You could have opened that fridge 300
Right.
times less. You know what I'm saying? You could have opened that app 50 times less.
Yeah.
You got the money, but here's the thing: $300 ain't nothing. If it costs $1,000, why? Because it all just goes into your habit. You can afford anything that you want right now. It's simple. It's a whole nother year before it happens again. You telling me that if it costs $1,000, you couldn't afford it? Somebody gonna say no. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, all you would have to do is save and plan. See, wealthy people, they know how to plan ahead. So now you will calculate how much money I need to take away every single month so that by the time that comes up, I have the money saved. If you can't plan ahead and save ahead, that's your habits. It's not the price. It's not that you can't afford it. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have the habits, right? So the goal is you have to now focus on the money that you save, the money that you invest, and the money that you spend, right? And you have to allocate a certain percentage to each. And because you're not doing that on the daily, you're spending everything that you get. You're not saving any and you're not investing any. So therefore, your money is not growing, right? Whatsoever. And you don't have anything in reserve. So you're mad at yourself. You're not mad at the price. Because if you had the money to afford it, which this is a financial literacy that you're getting 100% for free,
Yeah.
right? The goal is for you to already be financially literate, and then you show up to reinforce what you know, to be around the community, to network, so that you stay in this environment, because this is where wealth is being built. You
Facts.
have billionaires in the building that you can listen to that any other time throughout the year they disappear. You don't hear 50 Cent talking about business. I got some nuggets from 50 Cent that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
What's
And
the
I
one?
promise you, if you
What's
hear
the
me
one
speak,
nugget that 50
definitely.
dropped over this weekend? He
Well,
said a lot of people ask him what he got going on next,
yeah,
and he say,
and
"Shit, all the success I just got from what I'm doing now, I'm gonna do more of
more the
this."
same. You know, one
For
thing as I
real.
listened to 50 Cent, and the beauty of it was like it created a platform where I was talking to ASAP Ferg about this earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a platform where rappers and celebrities can get celebrated for a different aspect of themselves beyond entertainment. Because I spoke about how our culture is more than entertainment. So now 50 Cent is talking about deals in Shreveport. He's talking about his spirits company. He's talking about his media company, right? He's talking about the business wars that he went through,
Yeah.
right? He even spoke on Diddy and the real behind the situation. And the thing is, he's sitting there in front of tens of thousands of people, right? And they're celebrating him for being a businessman,
Yeah.
not being a gangster, rapper, D-boy,
Yeah.
entertainer. They're listening to his business mind and they're learning from him. So he's like, yo, I can bring this to Shreveport. And he's telling us why he chose it for the taxes and things of that nature. Like, we're getting plays on how to build economics because 50 Cent as an economy, when he can bring all of that money from the tickets to the hotels, to the airports, right, to
Yeah.
the local shops, to all of the people that's getting paid to come out there, he's bringing economy to Shreveport. And now we're having conversations around that. That's to be celebrated and lauded because that is a perfect representation of what culture really should be about.
Yeah.
So you have to respect that. So that the little money that we spend, like, no, how you think things change? If you can look at Kamala Harris and say that, oh, we're gonna celebrate her for raising
Yeah.
damn near $1 billion for her campaign,
Yeah.
right? But that investment to where we're putting into just one event, you saying
Yeah.
it's not worth it? That don't
Now,
make no sense. How we
now,
gonna do for self if we don't spend for self and invest in self?
and that's speaking of like how we gonna invest in ourselves. If you would have spent that $300, right, and this is my last topic before we get up out of here. If you would have spent that $300 to come to Invest Fest, you would have had a chance to get in on this $50,000 grant. on making a brand. And let's break this down for the people, man, because we had a nice business meeting. And I know you, Billy Carson, and Yaki had unveiled that, you know what I'm saying, y'all giving out a $50,000
We
grant
ain't just giving it out.
for
It's gonna be
break it down.
it's gonna be a competition. You're going to be able to apply for this competition.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like Shark Tank, you know what I mean? If you got a brand, and you are in, and not even if, you know, you don't want to get into the competition, you want to manufacture with somebody black, this is key. Listen, there's 2 billion shoes made per year. Less than 14 million of them are made in America. American manufacturing sucks. Reshoring needs to come back over here. Kamala, Trump, they should have a plan to bring reshoring of U.S. manufacturing back on soil, right? I just talked to a manufacturer, a Hispanic lady, who was talking about how the manufacturer that she's working with, which is a large company I won't name, they want to go overseas, right? Even though they're getting extraordinary margins, the amount of profit that they're making on the products, they want to ship out because they're getting greedy and they want to keep
Yeah.
making more and more profits because they have a fiduciary duty to stay greedy and to just keep making money. So capitalism is ruining America, right? It is ruining America because these manufacturers, number one, should be able to sustain and make a living and create jobs for their community, but they can't because they don't have any guarantees that they can consistently get manufacturing. So there
Mm-hmm.
should be a law on the books that force companies, right? That if there is a manufacturer in the US, a certain percentage of it, in order for you to sell goods in the US, should be manufactured here, right? That will stimulate the economy, that will create jobs, and that will bring America back, right? But to that point, too, and I say all this because this is deep in my studies, that 70% of black people, or 70% of the black dollar by 2035, or right now rather, is on luxury goods and apparel. We are the number one consumers in that category,
Yeah.
right? We represent 13% of the population, so-called. We represent 20% of the spending. So this is an issue that I want to help solve, right? I'm in conversations with textile factories and things of that nature, not even in just this country, but in Africa, right? To really focus on that import export, to get into the manufacturing, which is what I consider root economics,
Yeah.
right? Solving the problem from the beginning, right? When it's first being spun and it's first being weaved before it becomes a t-shirt. We were the ones who picked the cotton, created the cotton gins in this country, but we're not controlling the cotton manufacturing in this country. The Native Americans were the ones that was spinning it up and had the techniques for it. The Africans were the ones that was out there picking the cotton. Why is it that people that don't look like us are the ones that's benefiting the most, right? When we built this country literally off of that industry, and we are the biggest consumers of it now.
Yeah.
So making the brand is going to be a show, but it's also going to be very educational because you're going to be learning about the manufacturing process. You're going to be learning about branding. You're going to be learning about marketing, and you're going to be gaining exposure for your brand all at the same time as you're competing for a chance to win $50,000 in manufacturing, to have it U.S. made, right, directly in our manufacturers. And we do
Yeah.
everything from, all luxury goods and apparels. That mean purses, that mean shoes, that mean hats, that mean clothes, right? Socks, whatever, all of it. So this is going to be a beautiful initiative. And what is the link? Is the link down there? Yeah, put the link
Yeah.
down there for everybody to be able to tap in. It's going to be in the comments pinned for everybody. But if you have a brand and you want to take it to the next level, because if we work with brands, we really want your brand to go to the next level. We don't want it to stay there.
The highest level.
Right. There's like high frequency printing
Yeah.
that you can get put on, and you're going to be seeing as we're going to be making the clothes, and we're going to be showing you our own brand as it goes to the next level. I left a manufacturing facility that has these dry wicking shirts that you can wear over and over. It won't shrink. It's great athleisure wear. Like, I want to see brands go from just like regular t-shirts to really having all of the resources to have a high premium quality brand. So when you come, we want to help you take it to the next level, from packaging, from design, right? From quality clothing and quality knits and textiles, the whole nine. We're going to be doing a documentary, taking you to the factories,
Yeah.
showing you everything. It's going to change the game, even the way that you think about it. So right now we're great artists, but we're making all our art on somebody else's canvas, right? This time we get to decide the canvas, and we get to decide the art, and we get to decide the price that it hits the market with.
Mm.
So this is going to be a beautiful initiative. I'm deep into this. We're building out our media facility in LA. So anybody that wants to get involved, right now it's $50,000. If you want to be an executive producer of this show, be an advertiser and a sponsor, reach out 19keys at 19keys.com so that your brand could be connected with this initiative. We're also going to be teaching children about manufacturing, bringing them into the factory. I want to make sure that this is connected to some mental wellness so that, the goal is to create jobs. The goal is to create brands. The goal is to create businesses.
Yeah.
I'm working with people in all different places that I can't tell you everything right now, but this is something near and dear to my heart, right? Clothing is one of my first loves when it comes to entrepreneurship. I used to paint on clothes all the time, then sell them. You know what I'm saying? I was hustling on the block with it. So, like, this is one of the ones,
Nah.
it's full circle for me. You feel me? I don't
Yeah.
know why little dude laughing.
Nah, because he say he was hustling on the block with it. He was just standing on the block. Nobody buying the shirt he painted on, man. But I remember them painted shirts. I was like, nah, you gotta go back in the lab, big
No,
bro.
I'm talking about in
Big bruh.
California. You wasn't there.
Big bruh.
You wasn't there, B. You
Baby
wasn't
bruh.
there.
Baby
You
bruh.
wasn't
You
there.
gotta go back in the
You
lab.
wasn't there. You wasn't there.
It
You
wasn't
didn't
then.
travel out of Missouri till 2019.
Long story short, I had to go to
You know what
another
I'm saying? You didn't even know what was going on in California. You feel me?
But nah, for real though, man. I'm proud.
No, we not done. We got to talk about the Venezuela gang.
What's the who?
The Venezuela taking over in
See,
Ohio.
now listen,
Iowa.
but nah, this the thing. It was Colorado, but
Colorado.
I ain't really want to bring it up because I ain't know if it was current or something that
We
was in
still
the
gotta
past.
talk about
it was a short clip. You know what I'm
We
saying?
still got to talk
I
about
ain't
it.
got no context.
And there's a
behind it.
reparations bill. We definitely got to cover that.
You know what I'm
think your
saying?
job is done? Your job ain't done.
I mean, we keep going though.
Your job ain't done. We got work to do, brother. You've been gone for 2 weeks.
But
You
nah,
think it's
check this
over?
out. I keep looking around because I keep saying I think I just seen the possum and shit. So we gonna speed this up.
Scary, bro. Scary. You gotta stop that. We ain't doing all that scary
Come on,
stuff.
man. What's up with these Venezuelan people, man, taking over these
So
apartment buildings
that's
in
another
Colorado?
thing with the immigrants. Well, you just said it. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I don't like fear mongering. I feel like every time there's an election season, they start throwing out these fear mongering things. And so
Yeah.
the reason I really wanted to bring it up is so that I want to see if the people have discernment, right? One thing that I don't like seeing during this election is all the triggering and all the fear mongering, all the propaganda. The propaganda is disgusting, it's dangerous, and it's just them manipulating the American people to try to get into your emotions to propel you to go to vote one side or the other. So this is why I say detach from politics, right? You have to. Too much politics and too much engagement in it is unhealthy because it's just money. Both sides are spending money to manipulate you emotionally, and they don't care about the psychological damage on your health that it can do, causing all of this stress and all these health issues within the American people. They're literally spending billions of dollars to keep you in this cycle of stress, right? So they show you images of immigrants, they're creating new fears, all of these things. You don't know if it's real, you don't know if it's fake, none of these. And then all of a sudden, these news things just disappear,
Yeah.
right? There's too much AI for you to be believing content out there, right? Anything could just be distorted and or made up, and we don't know if it's real whatsoever. So I would first tell you to detach from the outcome of the election, detach from the overemphasis of following everything that's going on. None of that really matters. If you know who you go vote for, then go for that. But there's no reason for you to follow everything. There's no reason for you to be highly super engaged in everything. Because all that is manipulation and money. It's a psyop that's being played on your mind. And I believe there's a fragile mind out there. So that's the reason I wanted to bring that up. But
I seen you you just said something about reparations.
That's what I'm about to go into next.
What's up with that?
So the reparations call to action is the demand that the California Legislative Black Caucus, the CLBC, and California Governor Gavin Newsom pass and sign the lineage reparations bill. Lineage reparations is the reparations that I believe in, right? The lineage of Black Americans, right, that suffered through slavery. But I also believe in the fact that if you were in this country after 1865, right, at least two generations, and you suffered through black codes, you suffered through Jim Crow laws, you suffered through any of these things that we had to go through, you're deserving of reparations as well, right? So the one is SB 1403 is the Freedmen Agency, and SB 1331 a reparations fund. So what you want to do is you want to call and email Gavin Newsom at 916-445-2841. You can also email the Chief of Staff, dana.williamson@gov.california.gov. Chief of Staff, the CLBC Chair, Lori Wilson, 916-319-2011. If you're in the Bay Area, Sacramento, you can simply just show up in person. It's going to be, that one was today, so actually don't show up in person because that's over with. It's going to be going, actually, it's still going right now. It probably just ended like an hour ago, but you can send in the phone calls. Get on their nerves.
Yeah.
Get on their nerves. It's funny, we always hear about these things kind of last minute, so it'd be almost too late by the time you hear it, but get on their nerves about the phone calls. These are the things that matter when we start talking about politics and things of that nature, so make sure you tap in. Was there anything else you wanted to go over, brother? More products we had. We didn't even talk about how we got the Supermind chocolates. We got the gummies that was
matter
a
of
hit.
fact,
We got all the new merch
let me
that
go
dropped
get these chocolates
on
right
the high
quick.
level.
I got some chocolate. Hold on 1 second.
You go to highlevel.club. You know what I'm saying? That's all the new merch that didn't drop. I want to thank everybody that supported. That was love. We got a new high level conversation coming this Sunday. And it's going to be revealing the truth about the Anunnakis, the Black Anunnakis. This probably be the last time we cover this topic in a while. But I thought it was important to cover this because people always talk about these Anunnakis like they're just some aliens. And Anunnaki means the bloodline of the gods. And I want you to know that it really just you, right? These were melanated people, right? Who had superior technology and advanced civilization. And you can attribute that to yourself. You can add that another thing in the bag of your ancestors because these were black men and they self-described themselves as such. So this is not something that we're making up. This is something that is very real. Well, go ahead.
Hello, I'm back now. I got this chocolate real quick. I got a tennis ball too, just in case I see a possum. But yeah, come
So
on,
look,
man.
I grew up on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, man, and I also grew up when we was younger. We used to get like, we used to win stuff when we opened. So we're gonna have this to where like every 100 bar or something, you open it up and you win something. Now the special thing about this chocolate, dark chocolate is good for you. You know what I'm saying? Little milk chocolate never hurt either. You know what I mean? I heard that I got that milk chocolate complexion, so I ain't never hurt nobody. But dark chocolate, is the one that's actually good for you. A little dark chocolate a day, keep the doctor away. Yeah. So what you do with this, you can put this in a coffee. You can just take it straight up. It has the lion's mane. It's very strong. If you didn't know, the lion's mane is really good for the brain and really good for the focus.
you got to pay for this. It's like, it ain't a sample.
That's good too.
He talking about he grew up on Willy Wonka. Man, you did not have cable, man. Y'all didn't watch Willy Wonka.
No, we used to have to go outside and we'd get the ladder or whatever, and we had to climb. And my older brother, back in the day, they had it on the wires. He had to go connect the wires, and we'll steal the cable. I'm not gonna lie, but then they'll come and cut it off. But when they leave, we steal it again.
Oh God!
Y'all never know the struggle.
To come over our house to watch TV, watch all the new shows.
Yeah, when you wasn't there.
Hey, on that note, man, we just reached the end of the Man to Man podcast. It feels good to be back around my brother. Y'all don't know that we joke like this off the camera
won't catch
all
that
day.
Way. Yeah,
they ain't gonna get it, but that's why I'm gonna end it.
But
we joke like this, man. We've been joking like this for like 3 decades. You hear me?
Because it's a lot of seriousness that's going on. That's why you got to get it off. You got to laugh. Like I think you gotta experience joy in real life. Like otherwise, I'll be really thinking in a very bleak matter. I got too many things that's in real life that's going on around me, so I make lighthearted of it, so that you can continue to work every single day and you can flow with it. And the shift in your life happens when you do the things that you hate. Make a list of all the things that you hate, right? Start with the thing that you hate the most and get it done. When you do that, it grows your willpower, right? And that's your real power, your will to live, right? Which also connects with your emotional regulation, conflict resolution, decision-making mind, right? It makes it easier for you to do those things that's going to give you the most progress in life. Start with the things that you hate. Don't just do the things that you love. Your real life starts when doing the things that you hate.
Hold on, and when it comes to the emotional regulation, I want to shout out everybody on the team because I love the energy of our team, bro.
Yes,
We ain't,
sir.
ain't nobody on our team depressed and sad. Everybody come to work and we have fun and we get shit done, you know?
Oh, you get fired if you get depressed.
Like I just told I just told somebody, I said, man, look, man, I don't care about nothing negative, man. I'm having fun every day. Like for real. Hakuna Matata. But this is the end of the man to man episode, and we'll be right back on the schedule this week.
Hold on, hold on,
So
hold on, hold on. Because we call people fat and we ain't tell them how to get fit. You know what I mean? So just no, listen, I'm serious. Make sure you fast, drink water, eat fruits and vegetables so you can go raw on it. I would say, like I said earlier, cut out cheese, cut out dairies, cut out gluten, cut out sugar, right? This is gonna get rid of all of this here in this midsection, right?
yeah,
What you want to do is use some cardio. If you're working out, work out standing up. So it's always activating that core muscle, right? If you're doing squats, squats are just as good as running. So squats is considered scientifically also
just
to be
right.
cardio as well. You eating way too much. This ain't
It's
candy,
too much.
brother. Yeah, this ain't the goddamn Twix.
Oh
You eating
man.
like it's a Kit Kat bar.
Oh man.
No,
Hey,
because
I was trying to get super smart.
there's a high dose of lion's mane. So you don't want to be on it just all night.
Ah yeah. Hey, man, go on put that back
Oh,
on,
your
bro.
hands on it. I don't know where your hands been.
I'm gonna give it to a possum.
Uh, so um back to the healthiness. You know what I mean? So for me, I like to work out. And when you think about working out, like if you want to get lean, you're gonna work out a lot. Hold on, that's somebody moving their house. What you gonna do is if you want to get lean, you gonna work out a lot, but not eat as much as you work out. So you're not going to try to fulfill your body with all those calories. Right? So if you go in there and do a high intense workout and then just eat a salad for the day,
Yeah.
that's gonna start burning them calories down, right? Which is what you want to do, right? So you don't want to be big body all day, right? So if you want to get rid of that slab and that fat under those arms, and you want to walk outside with a little more charm, you know what I mean? Make sure you run more. So run when you first get in there. I would say do 30 minutes to an hour if you extra chunky butt. Add an extra 30
Man,
minutes
come
of
on, man. Man, I'm done with your ass tonight, man.
it.
That's all, folks, man.
I'm trying to
Please get
save
in
some
the gym, man.
lives.
Just get in the gym,
I'm
man.
trying to say thin thighs
Nah, for
save
real.
lives.
But now we'll be back on Thursday. Next we might even drop an episode
All right,
Tuesday.
we're
You
gonna have to
never
do a
know.
protocol. I'm gonna have to do a
For
workout
real.
protocol and a nutrition protocol next time. But fasting will save your life. Fasting will save your life. Chlorophyll water, you know what I'm saying? Like, eat even if you take the supplements like Sports Monster in the early AM, to where it curbs your appetite. If you
Yeah.
drink hot water, that will also help curb your appetite as well throughout the day. Juices, because they're so dense in nutrients, it's gonna feel like you ate. So if you're drinking juices and things of that nature, I would do that. But go on a juice fast, right? And go work out every single day. Even if it's just 15 to 30 minutes a day, track it through a watch, track it through your phone, have a certain amount of steps that you operate every single day. So you might want to get you 500 to 1,000 steps in. You want to have a certain amount of calories that you do, but then you
Yeah.
also want to get your rest in. So you want to make sure you get enough sleep to be able to recover so that you can get back to it. When your hormones are right, your body is right. You feel me? I would do a blood panel, especially if you're a woman as well, to make sure that you understand your hormones and why your body is operating a certain way so you can eat with that. Understand what you're allergic to, right? Have bioconsciousness. So you'll understand what is the best to put in your body and how it operates so that you can have a level of self awareness and knowledge right within your day. So I like to wake up, and especially for that good gut health, you want to have that good gut biome. You might want to take CKLS. We have that on the site. It's
Yeah.
colon, kidney, liver, spleen, right? So what you do is you eat clean for about a week. You take two of those, and it's going to help you pass a lot of that defecation. A lot of us have a lot of worms in our body, which is what's causing that appetite, right? It's causing those cravings for sugar because you're trying to feed the worms. They're in there telling you that you're hungry. So if you got itchiness, if you got bloated, if you got disorders within your mood, you get tiredness, headaches, right? Irritability, sleeping, you most likely have worms in your body. So you want to fast those worms to dry them out, to kill them out, right? I could go on, and we gonna do another episode about really getting your health right, but I just didn't want you to think that I was just shaming you. I might joke around a lot and you might get triggered a little bit. You know what I mean? And I don't want you to make your food your bae. I want you to be okay being alone until you look so good that you attract somebody to be with you. And y'all both are at your healthiest self. I really want to
Facts.
save Black America
Facts.
from being unfit and unhealthy. I'm tired of our brothers dying. I'm tired of
got
our sisters
got to make
dying.
that
I'm tired
kitchen
of
a
my family
hospital.
dying. Like, I mean this when I say it. So
Yeah.
if I gotta trigger you to get you to release some of that, a lot of that what you holding on to is trauma. A lot of that what you hold to is emotions. A lot of that you eating through is unprocessed issues that you're going through. So you eating all these processed foods. You feel me? These chemicals is killing us. The government not gonna step up. We gotta step up. Yo, the best health plan, right, is the better meal plan. You feel me? So this is healthcare, caring about your health, right? Preventative healthcare, making sure that you actually care about your health, because what they have for you is death care. You don't need Obamacare when you're eating right. You feel me? You don't need lower prescriptions when you don't have a prescription. You feel me? Like, this is where we save us, starting physically, right? Starting mentally. Let's get it together. Let's get outside. Let's hike. Let's have a more active community. Let's inspire each other every single day. Let's do push-ups. Let's jog.
Yeah.
Let's do this for ourselves. Let's do this for our children. Stop playing with it. Peace to the family. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the goddess.